Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, Lasan Fei, and I don't even know why I'm bothering to walk forward at this moment because I am going to leave Skyhold to settle something for Josephine. So I have to meet her all the way back there. So sure, let's land at that one. And let's bring a fancy party. Confirm. I know, it really doesn't matter in Val, but it's pretty much the only time I take Vivienne anywhere. Mostly because, like, the player type of Vivienne is the same as my player type.
If you empty out the coffers of the nobility, what do you think will happen when the fighting's done?
I'll squat in your fancy sheets as well.
Eloquent. This is a codex. Yeah. Just gives me 50 experience points. Oh my god. Alright, game, behave. I have not seen this before.
I received a letter from the House of Repose, Your Worship.
And?
They acknowledge their contract is null and void. There is no longer a price on my life.
Yay!
They're a polite bunch of ruthless murderers. I'll give them that.
I regret we were forced to deal with them, that you were endangered by my part in the game. Did I ever mention I used to be a bard?
You were a singer?
Bards entertain the Orlesian court. They sing, play music, make charming conversation, and spy. Many young nobles put on a mask and practice playing the game in such a fashion.
So how did you come into it?
What made you interested in becoming a bard?
I was attending a university in Valroyo when I learned about bards. There was such an air of romance about them. Stories of secrets, trysts, and fascinating people. A group of us, young gentry from Antiva, decided this exciting life was for us.
I really can't... Well, no, I can. But now you're a diplomat.
How did you go from being a wandering singer to an ambassador?
In a very sad fashion. During one particular intrigue, I encountered a bard sent to kill my patron. We fought. Or perhaps scrapped is the better word. Both of us terrified. We were at the top of a steep flight of stairs. The other bard threw a knife, and I pushed him away from me. You can imagine the result.
I can.
You've drawn a clear enough picture.
But it was such a waste, Inquisitor. When I took off his mask, I knew him. We'd attended parties together. If I'd stopped to reason, if I'd used my voice instead of scuffling like a common thug, I'll always wonder who that young man would have grown into.
He seemed willing enough to murder you for the game.
Perhaps. I feel I'm the last to judge whether or not he would have actually used the blade. In all the commotion... Forgive me, I don't believe I ever thanked you for helping me with this.
Hold on to it. Don't lose sight of why you came here.
I will never forget you helped save the House of Montilyet, Inquisitor. And should you ever visit Antiva, stories of the welcome we'll give you will be told for years.
Oh, good. Wait, does that mean that crows might come after me during my welcome? I don't know. That seems like something that could happen.
You swear it's true? They saw her in Valshire?
Ah, the red jennies. What do you sell? You sell basic belts. Here, buy all my valuables. I probably should have done some inventory sorting between episodes. Oh well. Le pain vide est mort. The apples nearest the cafe are said to change their taste depending upon whether one is walking toward or away from the gallows. And of course they do, for taste is subject to the whims of the heart, and no meal is favored after tears. But dare it anyway, for none know the taste of joy as such as we who do not shy from experience. Alright.
Well met.
Anything I haven't bought from you? Oh, you sell silk. And other tier 1. Recipes, other. You sell glasses and beds, and draperies. Ugh. Though nothing terribly interesting for this character. Oh look, Cullen's already done with his mission. So it won't be long before the rest of them are. So let us return to Grand Old Skyhold. Why do you keep having a red dot under you? I think that's just always there. Anyways, travel. All right. I'm gonna talk to people very briefly. Because I should. Hi.
Heard you found something that had to do with Wardens. Would have liked to have seen it.
Uh-huh. Tell me about the Wardens.
Let's talk about the Grey Wardens. You must know a lot about them.
Ah, the Wardens. I'm afraid we're less exciting than we seem.
Uh-huh.
Let's continue this at another time.
As you wish. I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, I was...
I'm here.
How much do you know about Corypheus?
Not much. I always thought the stories of magisters corrupting the Golden City were just that. Stories. I didn't expect them to be true, and I certainly didn't expect to find one of them still alive.
Don't the Grey Wardens know everything about Darkspawn?
You don't have to know how a Darkspawn came to be in order to kill it. We're soldiers, not historians.
Depends upon
And
which
the
Grey
world
Warden
would
you're
be
talking
better
to.
off if people focused on defeating evil rather than explaining how it came to be.
Well... not necessarily.
Corypheus stopped being human a long time ago. Darkspawn don't have human lifespans, do they?
No, I suppose they don't. They're unnatural and sustained by evil. It's been thousands of years. You'd think the Wardens would have managed to kill the first Darkspawn by now.
Well, they didn't.
Do you know if there are more Darkspawn like Corypheus?
I don't know. I'm not sure any Warden knows.
Alright.
Let's discuss something else.
Okay.
What do you think of the Inquisition?
I just know that you could shake this world to its foundations if you willed it.
What do you think of my advisors?
Cullen. He's got the look of a man who's been through too much. He's seen the best and the worst of humanity, and I think he still struggles with where that leaves him. Still, I trust him to watch my back.
Uh-huh.
You must have some feelings about our friends.
Dorian? He's arrogant, he preens himself. But you already know that. He doesn't even hide it.
What do you think of the Inquisition's
Wow, so
cause?
nothing positive.
Restoring order is a goal I support wholeheartedly. But that's not the end of it, is it? Not by a half. The Lady Seeker believes we are restoring the Chantry. Others say it needs reform. I don't know where you stand on the matter, and I'll admit I haven't made up my mind either.
What do you think of my advisors?
Cullen.
Okay.
He's got the look of a man who's been through. He's seen the best and the worst of... Still, I trust him to watch my back.
Alright.
We should return to our duties.
As you wish. You are, after all, in charge.
Yes, I am. Did I miss the notification of Liliana being done with hers? Yes, hello. I really dislike those statues. Okay, that's too far. Probably dead. Alright, so yes. Cullen. Inquisitor, the Grey Warden, scoured the area as requested. Unfortunately, this left them unprepared when mercenaries working for Marquis Philor Buffon attacked by surprise. It appears the Marquis has been mining the area in violation of local treaties, which accidentally freed Darkspawn from beneath the earth. The Marquis has fled into the Gomordan Peaks. The Grey Wardens have taken losses, but their morale remains high and their loyalty to the Inquisition is undisputed. Yours, Lieutenant Suzanne Kloksek. Oh, weird. An offer from the Crows. With your knowledge of the Venatori and the Crows' intelligence on Enzo, I tracked down a storehouse just outside the city. I hope you didn't want us to leave any of the Venatori alive. Sadly, Lord Enzo is not present, but he may count his life in days. To show we respect our current arrangement, an interesting trinket from our raid on the Venatori. Masterwork Mopari grip. Uh-huh. Something about a missing assassin?
Have you had any trouble with them?
Not at all. I will inform you if that changes.
My dear Leliana, your Inquisition is working with the Crows. I ask only because I may have removed one of the assassins from your employ. If I'd known the man was yours, I would have at least let him finish the contract. No matter, allow me to make it up to you. You know I would do much better job than the Crows. And I am far more pleasing to work with, no? As a favor to a friend, I'll only charge a fraction of the price. Zevran would be a useful ally. We can funnel resources to him while nominally maintaining our alliance with the Crows. Another assassin wishes to help after killing one of our other assassins? We're already stuck with the crows. Why make this more complicated? Because Zebrin is amazing.
Let's see what we have.
Totally not biased. But now I've got to figure out what to do with Cullen again. I should have gone to talk to Sutherland. Support from Navarra. I don't feel like this. Right now. College of Magi. No. We don't want to destroy the Wardens. Red Jenny and the Bad Goods. Sarah cannot simply vandalize our reports. There is no record of any of this. A memo from Josephine written on a letter from an outlying landholder. Dear Inquisition leaders, I have reports of a gathering of resources to be moved into Venatory hands. I send this with the hope that you have the means to track down those who may be responsible. I overheard the possibility, but further inquiry yielded no more detail. It's unfolding well above my station, Gaston Waldervale. Sarah has scrawled several notes below, also a sketch of a Randy Nug herder. Squire with a limp says horses for 20, small force. 3 farmers say they were kicked out of homes. Root. Merchant says the carts are heavy for carrying armor and weapons. Says they shortchanged him so he didn't tell them about the wobbly wheel. Will slow them through the pass. A few altered signs will waylay them in the Vinmarks. A trade caravan will have supplies to last. If their stock happens to be mostly weapons, they won't last long. Blockading a caravan is a small but provocative manner. Do we trust the information? Yes. Buying out the caravan. But they could actually still have enough supplies. I don't know. I think Cullen's not actually going to do it. Cullen. Fine. Cullen, you do this.
All right.
Investigate Hunterfell. And the elven glyphs. It required some gifts to several Dalish clans traveling along the Waking Sea coast, but Cillian was able to get the texts he needed to translate the glyphs. He claims they are a kind of map showing the location to an ancient temple dedicated to Zerthamen, the elven god of secrets. He has provided us the location, but it should be noted we're not the first to investigate these glyphs. A group of treasure hunters evidently mentioned them several years ago, though they have not been heard from since. No. Alright. And I have heard about things in the Emerald Graves. Which I will open up in a moment. I do want to say hi to the rest of my folk. I have no idea what you're telling me I finished. Oh, I finished that quest. Oops. Wrong button. This is the downside of having different buttons assigned for same style of thing across different games is a problem. Anything?
My heart.
Oh, hi. Alright, you know what? Enjoy.
We'll talk later.
Dareth Shirar.
Dorian?
You have remarkably little here on early to winter history. All these gifts to the Inquisition, and the best they can do is the Malefica Imperio. Trite propaganda. But if you want 20 volumes on whether Divine Galatea took a shit on Sunday, this is evidently the place to find it.
Was there actually a Divine Galatea? Eh.
That's the Dorian I know, critiquing every book in my library.
I wouldn't have to, if you could find some rebellious heretic archivist to join the cause.
I think that's your
Are there
role.
rebellious archivists? Other than you, that is.
If Corypheus ever starts burning masterworks of literature, I'm sure a few will pop up. Did I see something by Genitivi here? I could have sworn.
What is this about, Dorian?
When everyone returned, they told us about your tumble into the abyssal rift.
Uh-huh.
You went into the Fade. Physically went in.
Yes?
Are you... all right?
Physically, yes. There are worse things. I learned a lot. We did lose Stroud. I would like to talk about it, but, like, these aren't... Granted, we were in a nightmare domain.
It was like walking in a nightmare. But everything was real. I couldn't...
The Fade is an ordeal under normal circumstances. To be the only real thing there, beyond description.
I had a
That you
couple
made it
people
out
with
at
me.
all is a miracle. You do realize this feat hasn't been performed in over 1,000 years. Corypheus and his contemporaries entered the Fade and began the Blights. In comparison,
You're right. I was fortunate.
indeed. Although there is cause for concern. If you can walk in the Fade, others will try to follow. Who knows what secrets Corypheus has revealed? Not all of them will be as lucky as you. What they could unleash. My advice? Keep this quiet. Let them speculate. Too many will see this as a challenge.
I agree.
That's a good idea.
There are enough idiots in the world who think if they just use enough blood magic, their problems will vanish. It's exactly the sort of thing I want to stop back home. This I don't need.
Fair.
What I do need is a copy of the Liberalum. I'll wager I can find Corypheus's real name. If I can prove he was a grasping ankle-biter with no family to speak of, the luster would come right off. Wish me luck.
Sure. Next time I have people available, I will have them hunt that for you. Liliana.
I expected the hero Ferelden to be at Adamant, but he was not with the other Wardens. He studied
No.
the Blight after killing the Archdemon, and may know something that could help us. If you like, I can have agents look for him.
It's a good idea.
That sounds like a wise choice.
I'll make preparations in the war room. Now, was there anything else?
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
Altegan has returned to Redcliffe Castle and resumed his duties as Lord.
Yes, I
The
noticed.
people are returning, slowly but surely. Unfortunately, our show of support for the mages has angered many.
Okay. Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Make sure Fi contacts you. Don't mind me. Mostly, I forget to talk to my advisors a lot because I don't think of them regularly.
First the Templars, now the Grey Wardens. Both devoted their lives to fighting evil. Now they serve it.
If I was possessed by a demon, would you...
I would rather not consider it.
Fair enough.
Is there anything I should know?
I'd gotten used to mages disliking me on principle. Vivienne's views on Templars are surprisingly traditional.
What do you think of the people you work with?
Who do you mean?
Are you satisfied with the Inquisition's forces?
Our soldiers handled themselves well during the siege on Adamant. They reacted quickly to changes on the battlefield. More importantly, they relied on each other. Trust in your fellow soldiers is not something that can be trained.
I should let you get back to work.
Okay. Yeah, that one's not gonna happen for a bit. I hate those statues. Please stay away. Alright. Anything else, Varric?
Need something? Or are you just here to admire the dwarf?
That.
Tell me the truth, Varric. Do you actually think I was sent by Andraste?
Shit. This is going to be awkward. I guess I do. Either you're guided by the hand of some higher power, or you have the worst luck.
Could be both.
Let's be realistic. It could be both.
You've got a point. Look at all the shit that's happened to you. You were saved from the explosion that leveled a mountaintop and fell out of the Fade. You traveled through time, faced down one of the ancient magisters who started the Blights, had a mountain fall on you, and lived, stopped an army of demons. One of those things would be impossible. All of them together? That's a miracle.
So, on the basis of my extraordinarily bad luck, you think I'm Andraste's herald?
If you know the story of Andraste, you know that bad luck is sort of her thing.
Fair enough. Alright.
You know what it was?
Okay, up, up. Hey.
Inquisitor.
Okay, I did talk to you.
Who advised?
Why was it not the first enchanter?
Sir?
You have a problem. That over there is a full tavern, but everyone's drinking alone. They're all up their own arses about the Inquisition. I can't have fun with everybody whinging, and they'll fall on their swords before Corypheus can push them. I'm thinking pranks. Set a few up, knock a few down. You in or not?
How?
I don't understand how annoying my people will help.
Look, you have experts for everything. And I know a bunch of tight-ass people when I see them. Oh, sure, they'll complain. But they'll really mean, thank you for distracting me from the end of the stupid world. Come on!
All right.
Lead the way.
What, really?
Really?
I knew you were different. Let's go. Right, general uptight is gone. Have a search about. Find something to mess with, and give your soldiers a laugh. What, the desk? Oh yes, center of the Empire and all that. What to do, what to do.
Yep.
All right, Sarah. What do you want to do?
Thing looks heavy. Don't want to move or break it. I got it. Easy one. Just a slip or something under here. There, won't notice much, but it's just that little bit wonky. He's so in control that'll piss him royally. I tell one of the soldiers and boom, the general seems like people. And since he works for you, you seem like people. Come on, next one.
Okay. Oh no.
Right. Little lady prissy pants. Have a look for something she likes too much. What, just the door? Where she greets every important idiot. Yes.
Okay, what are we doing?
Well, Sarah, what do you have in mind?
Get a bucket. Classic, yeah? 5 minutes of sloppy boss gets you weeks of happy kitchen staff. Except for the one who cleans it up, I suppose. But whatever. Next stop.
Oh no. Okay.
What's that? A locked... No, leave that. Not interested in her hidden things. Not for just a bit of fun. Maybe feed her messengers something gassy? No, birds don't part. But they flap and...
Who is up there?
Oh dear.
Go!
Because you totally
That was
don't recognize
fun.
the sound of our
An
voices.
inquisitor
Solus.
of the people, still remembering you're one of them. If all they got was the herald stuff, the serious bit, you'd start to sound pretty scary. That works, but not for long.
Whatever it takes. I'd start throwing pies if it kept people inspired.
Pies is so good, and Coryphanus would never do that. Good thing for you, innit? Because from the bottom, everyone up top sort of seems the same. Anyway, fun time, Inquisitor. You! Oh, frig. You did it!
Oh god, there's not an angry Josephine there. Cool.
Damn, these are good. Are these nuts or seeds or whatever? They're good.
Can you tell me more about Sahara?
It was a damn ugly place. Only getting uglier when I left. Between the Fog Warriors, the Talvashath, my people, and the Vince. You were lucky to go a day without blood. What do you want to know?
The Fog Warriors?
What were the Fog Warriors like?
They were the worst of the rebels. They trained for stealth attacks. They made this fog. I never saw any mages, so I figured it was alchemy, not magic. They were almost invisible in it. I'd be on patrol in the market square. The fog would roll in, and before I knew it, half my squad dead without a sound.
It almost sounds like you admire them.
They didn't use poison. They didn't hurt civilians, and they were damn good fighters. You have to respect that.
Yeah.
Plus, they hit the Vince as hard as they hit us. Hearing some terrified Magister scream, "My slaves! Where are my slaves?" in the fog always put a smile on my face.
Alright.
Tell me about the Talvashath.
When Canary can't handle the fighting in Sahara or lose faith in the Qun, they go rogue. They flee into the wilderness and turn into bandits, attacking everyone. They're vicious, savage. You look at them and you can see why my people needed the Qun to stay civilized.
Technically, no. I know he's not. Because he's a spy for the Qun. He's technically still living under the Qun.
Tell me about the Tevinter people you fought.
The Vince sent forces to Sahara every autumn. Guess they didn't like the summer heat. We had some good fights on the beaches, standing in knee-high water foaming red with blood, ships on fire around us. The cities were worse. Free bit of advice. Don't let the Inquisition forces get suckered into urban combat.
Fair.
Why do you hate Tevinter forces so much? What makes them so bad?
It's not their armies. It's their spies. They bloodied Saharan year-round, killing loyalists, supporting rebels. Alam had no city administrator. Nobody would accept the position. The last 4 who held it died inside a year. Trying to conquer a country is one thing. Making it so nobody can live there, that just screws everyone.
Okay, and the natives?
What are things like for the natives of Sahara?
I remember one guy. He made these things, fish wrapped in thin bread. Nice guy. Talked to him every morning. So, one time I'm asking about his bad back, and I see he's nervous, trying to tell me something with his eyes. Next thing I know, his assistants draw knives and come at my team. The rebels had forced him to poison my food.
And then?
I'd seen how nervous he was, so I hadn't eaten anything. A couple of my guys weren't so lucky. We killed the rebels. I lost 2 men to the poison, another to knife wounds. My friend who made the fish wraps died with a knife in his throat. Close quarters fight. He was caught in the middle. That is what things are like for the natives of Sahara.
Aha.
See you later, Bull.
Paints a picture.
Nice talking with you, boss.
Alright, it's been a while since I've talked to you, Cole.
There is no other man. He becomes the other man to do the things he can't.
Oh, right, I have your amulet. Okay, you know what? I'll deal with that next time.
Probably.
Anyways, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode. And in the meantime, in between time, take care, have fun, happy trails.